slash it, slash it, slash it. Ron Swanson's my spirit animal.
What is going on, people? We're back. We are back for episode 72 of the Top Tier Podcast. My name is Brendan. You can, of course, find me on the YouTubes at youtube.com/Retel Factor. You can find this show, the Top Tier Podcast, at youtube.com/Top Tier Podcast. Joining me today, we have Whitney, the Siren Santos.
Wow.
Wow.
I just pointed to the screen. You can see the huge spike in the mic.
We apologize for everyone at home.
Sorry.
Everyone's eardrums.
Wow.
Esports money, Behr.
Woo! The esports have been upgraded. Let's go.
And last and least, Billy.
Billy.
A new one for Billy. I feel bad. I feel bad dishing that one out all the time.
It's all good. I'm fine with it. Honestly, I feel like this because it's more of a video game,
Well,
podcast.
like I like when we first wanted to bring back the show, one of the things I was like, all right, we're gonna be a little bit less video game focused.
Last 4 episodes, video games.
But seeing as how we have Behr on the show and then
Yeah.
Whitney's also a big gamer, it's like, okay, naturally we're both really into games, so that's kind of what we gravitate
If
towards
you guys
talking
listen to the
about.
last episode of the podcast too, Billy was giving us some of the World of Warcraft.
Oh,
or
he's
just
dropping
Warcraft
the fucking
lore.
knowledge.
Dude, I haven't played it since MoP though.
I know, but it's still like you actually bring it in a side of gaming that I find very fascinating that
Dynasty
I didn't get to
Warriors,
experience.
baby.
Because
What? Really? Is that your jam?
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like mind-numbing.
Hey man, Billy's a big RPG fan too. He just told me you just finished Kingdom Hearts recently.
I was I was finally finished.
Yeah.
Daffy bought it.
Yeah.
So
I just remember coming over to Billy's place. This is fucking ages ago, and I see, what's this? Dynasty Warriors Gundam.
Yo.
That's the most Billy game.
I think this is the most
of.
fucking Billy thing I've ever
Yeah.
seen in my life.
You know
man.
what?
If
Sometimes
Billy
you
could
just
develop a game, it'd be Dynasty Warriors Gundam.
I just like turning off my brain, just pressing square.
That's
square,
fair.
triangle.
Hey man, that's totally cool,
X,
man.
Square.
There's a
triangle.
lot of games. I mean, Retel and I have had this conversation where you just go into them and it's just too much. Like, I know Colin Moriarty from the Kind of Funny, but he's not with them
Formerly
anymore.
Kinda Funny.
Former Kind of Funny. I mean, he'd always talk about Witcher and he'd say how
it's too much.
he would just rag on how much it's too much. And I kind of agree with him, right?
Yeah.
I've been very afraid to start The Witcher because I'm just like, man. After a long day of work, sometimes it's like I know it's like the most mind-tasking game.
Square.
But yeah, sometimes you just want to come home
man.
and just play a very kind of straightforward, linear experience.
I know what you mean, dude.
Maybe
That's why,
not
like,
exactly square, but more like the Uncharted's are really fun because that's a
Yeah.
linear story.
I've been
NBA.
I've been
There you
having
go,
that
Billy.
issue with Assassin's Creed Origins. Like I've had the week
that
off
game's
work.
huge.
I've had the week off of work.
Yeah.
And I'm probably like 12 hours into that game, and all the week I haven't touched it once.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I've been playing Marvel vs. Capcom.
yeah. We'll get into that.
We'll get
actually,
into that.
We had a
We'll-
little training camp with Retel.
Was this last night?
Yeah,
last
this was last
time.
time. We'll get
talk
into it.
about
We'll get
that.
into it.
Oh no, I was fine.
Because Billy, you'd be there talking shit to Retel the whole time. You don't think we talk so much shit to Retel enough? If you were there, Billy, would have been over.
I would have left.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I like Assassin's Creed Origins. I've played, like, again, 12 hours,
Yeah.
fraction of the map. And like it took me a long time to get from like the starting place to like the first like big city
You're
that
making
you
me
get
sad
to.
because this is like.
But the game, it's all fun and it's all great. And if anything, it's like that's what people want. People want more, right? They want more bang for their buck. And so that's what Assassin's Creed has always kind of been, right? Huge places, but it's not like it's empty. It's all so dense, and it's like
It
holy
is.
shit, there's so much to fucking see.
There's a
and do
reason
in this
why
game.
those games have like 300 people teams, right?
It's
But that's
insane,
like,
dude. Like I
Wait,
was
what?
just
yeah, there's like
Yeah.
over 200, maybe over
Just
300
the
people
amount-
who work on those games. Yeah.
like the amount of
lot.
fucking detail in the world, and just like I was just like walking through like some of like the structures and the buildings, and they're all so like they're so detailed, and I'm like I'm having a hard time finding like buildings. Like obviously there's the generic buildings that all kind of look like, but there's like certain landmarks. I'm just like holy shit, there's so much detail
There is,
into these
yeah.
like huge landmarks. Like especially when you go back and look at the Assassin's Creed like 2 and stuff, they like all of the architecture and shit is so fucking on point. It's insane. Those games are nuts.
They do their history, man. I mean, working at Electric Playground, I get
Yeah.
to see a lot of the faces behind these games, and through all the interviews and all the footage we get, and the team at EP they go to Ubisoft a lot over in Montreal, and they are really passionate about their games,
Yeah.
right? It's just like I just think the yearly cycle
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit 2 podcasts ago.
I think
but,
so, yeah.
I mean, that's why, like, going back to Billy's Gundamverse, like games like that though, from time to time are like really, really fun. Sometimes I just want something straightforward, take me through a joyride, and let me experience it like a film. And I
One
love
Piece
that.
Dynasty Warriors.
Oh my god.
Well, that's why,
shit.
dude. Sometimes
Wait,
like,
they didn't do that, right?
They did.
they did, yeah.
They did.
What?
Yeah.
There's a One Piece Dynasty
Yeah.
Warriors game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it on my PC if you want to try it out.
Really?
I haven't
it on
even
my
played it.
PS3.
I got
I
it for
haven't-
free.
That's
Yeah.
so cool, actually. I mean, like, I'm not
I
a
never-
big
I never
One
One
Piece.
Piece,
I'm not a
yeah.
big One Piece guy, but I just think that's fascinating. They could do that for.
Any
They
game.
did
So
it for
many-
Fire Emblem on the Switch.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right, yeah.
right.
Fire
That's-
Emblem Warriors.
Yeah,
they did it
that's
for
right.
Zelda,
They did it
Hyrule
for-
Warriors.
Yeah, for Zelda. That's crazy.
insane.
That's crazy how big of a franchise that's gone, huh?
Yeah.
Because
There's like a name for those games.
Yeah,
what are
it's
they called?
Hack and slash.
hack and slash.
Is that what
Yeah.
it's?
That would
I
count.
So
think
Billy,
there's
there was a
specific-
game back around 2004-5 that was called Samurai Warriors.
It's the same company.
Is it the same company?
Koei.
Oh,
Koei.
okay.
Koei?
Koei?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. I'm just wondering what the story
K.O.
behind that, because I never understood. I was like, they kind of don't they have samurais and Dynasty Warriors too? It's like, why do they have this other game? They don't. Okay.
Because one's China, one's
That's
Japan.
okay.
Japan,
Okay.
right.
It's different, Bear. Come
Okay,
on.
so
Yeah,
the one
come
I
on,
played, the
Bear.
one I played
so
more.
ignorant, dog.
Well, yeah. No, the one I played more with my brother was Samurai Warriors.
Yeah.
then.
Right.
Yeah, that's the one that we played.
I mean, you still played the crap out of it, probably, right?
yeah, we played it a good
There you go,
amount.
because you just played. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
just keep playing.
like, I want to see those games kind of evolve and like have more and more depth as they go on.
Apparently, the new one's coming out.
They are,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
want them. I want them
Another
to like.
guess
I want it
so.
to be easy to play, but also hard to master. It'd be great if they became a little bit more like fighting games. You know,
Yeah.
like I would like
Of
that
course,
a little.
you
bit.
love everything to become more
Well,
like
no,
fighting
fighting
games,
games.
dog.
Okay, the reason why I love fighting games, I use this term a lot, is because they're easy to pick up, but they're really hard to master. Like
Yeah.
the skill ceiling is just so fucking
Hell
high,
yeah, dude,
right?
yeah.
And I love games like that. Like Enter the Gungeon was probably my favorite game of last year.
That shit is so fucking good,
and there's
man.
a lot of great games last year, and I played almost all of the AAA titles. But
Yeah.
it was that small indie game that really captured.
It's like me in Stardew Valley, man.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, dude, there's so many games like that, so many great, huge AAA games, but dude, Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley spoke to me, and it was so good.
Retel, I actually have a question for you. Did you beat Thimbleweed Park?
No, I'm in chapter 5 still,
Okay.
so I haven't
Yeah.
gotten to the end. But it's on my
Okay.
backlog.
Yeah, Whitney recently finished it. actually.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it maybe when you're
When
done.
once I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say
Yeah.
anything, man.
Spoilers.
Spoiler. Never
Um,
mind.
What the fuck was I saying? So we're talking about like samurai games. We actually didn't talk about this last episode, but you saw at Paris Games Week they announced Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yes, that's right. That was Sucker Punch.
Yeah, so Billy, if
Which
you don't
is-
know what game this is, or like the studio that makes it is probably the most significant part.
Yeah.
It's the guys who made like Infamous,
Oh, wow.
Infamous 2, Infamous Second Son. So they're
So
they're
many Infamous
yes
series.
yeah. So they're like they got quite they make really good
Yeah.
like open
Yeah.
world action games. Like they're legit, and they haven't made anything since like Infamous Second Son, which was like almost 4 years ago at this point. It's like a launch title or launch
wow.
window title.
First Infamous?
First Infamous was like 2007, 2008, 2009. I think you're right.
that's-
Yeah, it was after
That's a
2000.
long
Yeah,
time.
yeah, no, you're
That's a
right. I was
long
still working
time
at
ago.
Best Buy at the time. Though.
Yeah.
I remember when it came out.
Whoa.
That was dark Best
So
Buy
that was a
days.
long time ago.
Yeah, but wow, that was the last thing I expected from Sucker Punch. You
Yeah.
know, initially they were the rumored studio to be working on the Spider-Man game, but that
Yeah,
turned
but
out to be
that
Insomniac.
Insomniac,
And
which is also still another great studio.
no,
to
they're a
take that on,
fantastic
yeah.
studio. Yeah, they're really, really good. And so this is what they come up with after was the Ghost of Tsushima. Is that?
Ghost of Tsushima,
What time of year?
and
Yeah.
it takes place in like, by the looks of it, like feudal Japan with like samurais and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Just
they
one
didn't-
cinematic
It was just
trailer.
a cinematic. They didn't give us an idea what the gameplay is going to be like, but they said it's going to be open world.
Yeah, by the trailer that they showed, by the way, when you see it, Billy, too, and I think Whitney did see it. I'm not sure if I played it for
I've
you,
seen
but
so many things.
yeah, I
I've
show,
seen
I,
some
sh- I showed you, but it looked all in game what they showed, and
Right.
it looked really, really nice. It's just we need to see gameplay
Mm-hmm.
right now because samurai games, as you would know too, it's kind of hard to find the balance of like a sword fighting game. Is this going to be a hack and slasher?
Yeah.
Way of the Samurai.
Or is this going to be like more of like a Neo type game
You know,
where it's a
you
little
asked
more
me about
slow?
Neo last episode. I don't think I ever answered your question.
Oh, really?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
But looks terrific. I think just looking at Sony's catalog of games is like, man, these guys are doing so much right. Like their first party like lineup is fucking
It's
crazy.
insane.
It's
It's insane.
so insane.
is back.
Especially when you
know.
compare it to what Microsoft had.
Yeah,
It's
compared to
like
now,
insane.
when you even look back to like 2006, it was Microsoft that was just had all these crazy high caliber games.
Yeah.
The Gears of War, the Halos, the Dead Rising. Those games were huge
Yeah,
at those times. But like Sony now just owns even just
It's because
like
Sony doesn't sell that many
they don't. And
Third-party
you know what?
electronics
Yeah, what
anymore.
very important thing to also make. I was talking to Vic about this, and I told him I was like, I think one thing Sony does better than any other studio is one thing that happens to a lot of studios in the game industry is that they get put into bubbles, right? Where it's like you make this racing game that was really big at one point. You're just gonna make racing games for the rest
That's
of your
all
life.
you're gonna fucking do.
And look
Yeah.
at what Sony took a big risk with Guerrilla. They said, hey, you guys make this big Killzone franchise. It is popular, maybe not as popular as Call of Duty.
It's a consistent style, but
it's a consistent game.
it's-
But there was like, hey, you guys do whatever you want this one time, and look at what they have.
They
They have
made with-
Horizon, which is probably
So beautiful.
a contender for one of the best games this year.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild didn't exist. It probably was the best game
Yeah,
this
yeah.
year. And it's just it's amazing that Sony does that. And they're doing the same risk with Sucker Punch, and let's see what Sucker Punch has
yeah,
to
gives
offer,
them the
right?
freedom. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like
I need
sometimes that
PS4.
doesn't pay out. Sometimes
Yes, you do.
Oh, of course. That's the thing. It doesn't
like
pay out.
you look at something like what Media Molecule has going on, and their last game was Little Big Planet, right? Little Big Planet 3.
I
But
don't
they
even know
didn't-
if they did 3.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah, they
I think
outsourced.
two.
They outsourced 3 to another developer.
And
Yeah.
they did Tearaway, right? But that was on the Vita. So
Yeah.
that they did that. But
Hey,
all
don't
this
laugh
time
at
they've
the
been
Vita.
all this time they've been toiling away on this weird fucking game called Dreams
Yeah, I mean,
that got announced years ago.
Yeah,
And
like,
it's still not.
if
out.
I was a betting man, the game's not going to sell well at all.
Nope.
But as we know, with this stream culture and whatnot, if the game has some depth, it might catch. It might catch
we don't
on.
even know. Like I don't even know what kind of game it is. It's
It's true.
such-
They do
yeah.
have a story of some sort,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
it's definitely there. I do commend them for letting people be free and let
Sure.
them do their ideas. But you're right. there
Sometimes
were
it
so
doesn't
many
go up.
failures. There's
Like,
so
I mean,
many.
look at another one, The Last Guardian. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, Last Guardian wasn't that bad.
I mean, there's no way it made money.
Yeah, I don't know
It's
about
in
making money,
development for 9
but in terms
years.
of critically, it reviewed well.
Sure, yeah.
It didn't review like
That was a technical
10 out.
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still. The fact that Last Guardian was out, I think, was a bit of an honor. The fact that this game actually and Sony stuck to their promise. And I respect that
'Cause the
about them
game-
too. I'm sure it was costing Sony money to even release the game, but
Yeah.
they did it for the sake of actually getting the game out, and
Sure,
that's
yeah.
a beautiful thing on its own. But they can risk with games like Twisted Metal. If you look back, they hired Jaffe back in like 2012 or something
Yeah.
to do the remake, and that game clearly didn't do very hot. But there's been a lot of those. I mean, the saddest thing was like Evolution shutting down, right? I think Evolution was one of their most talented teams, which did MotorStorm games.
Well,
and-
they got screwed by
Yeah.
the timing of what. So basically,
They
what
did,
happened
yeah.
with
I think they did
Motorsport-
Drive Club as well, right? I think they were the ones who made Drive Club.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they had it was like 2 strikes and you're out, right?
Yeah.
But the whole MotorStorm thing, they had what was it called? MotorStorm
Apocalypse.
And it was slated to come out, and then the big tsunami hit Japan.
Yeah. So that.
And they have like you're literally like there's a stage where you're literally driving through like an earthquake and like
yeah, so they
a
have to
tsunami
cut
and
off
shit.
all commercials, all
And so
promos,
they had
all
zero marketing.
yeah,
zero.
all
The game got
marketing.
buried.
Yeah, which is so sad because
Yeah.
the game was so much fun. I think Pacific Rift is still the best in the series, but Apocalypse was so much. Like I honestly, I was playing like about a year ago, I think, with Broman.
Really?
Yeah, we were just sitting like we had
So
the
random.
PS4 and everything. We are just sitting there playing Apocalypse just all day. It was
That's
so
one of those
fun.
like that's a genre that kind of died, like arcade racers. You know what I mean?
I mean,
they were-
Forza Horizon's alive.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, even that, it's like true arcade racers.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I
Forza's
mean?
like a simulation, isn't it?
Well, there's Forza Motorsport, and then they have the Horizon franchise,
Yeah,
and
which
that's
is a
their
lot
arcade.
more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they actually have a simulation one, and they have a.
So they also
arcade
so
one.
it's also Horizon's also it's like open world too.
Yeah.
So it's an open world driving game, and it takes place like Horizon. Like I think they all take place in Australia.
But no, you're
It's-
right. It's a great point. Like, it's
Yeah.
sad that these games they just have not been delivering too much.
Yeah.
I mean, the new Need for Speed Payback is it called? Is the new one?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's been looking terrible on
Yeah.
reviews, and I played the shit out of them.
Underground.
Underground, of
Underground was
course.
so sick.
Of course, we played all those and all the ones leading up. But then, there was the 2015, which has a code name Ghost. Some people call it Need for Speed Ghost.
The
You know,
2015 one was apparently good.
it was solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. I don't know if I would have. I didn't pay $60 for it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I would have been very happy if I paid $60 for it. But it was. I think they did a very respectable game. But this one is just kind of looking.
Yeah,
real
it's just
rough.
it's just the arcade racer. It's one of those genres that kind of just disappeared.
Isn't some sort of funding doing a Road Rash game called Road?
Yeah,
It's not called
Road Revenge or something like that.
Yeah, it's not called Road
already,
Rash, but
it's already out.
Is it already
Yeah,
out?
it's already out. It came out on
okay.
Steam. It might come out to consoles, but it wasn't early access for actually a really long time. Because I know because I used to love Road Rash back in the day.
It's so ugly.
Dude, let me tell you something, man. Growing up in Russia, dude, Road
Oh my god.
Road Rash
a way
was
of life.
it was one of those games that people saw and they just freaked the fuck out.
That was
Like,
your
they were
regular
just like-
commute to work in Russia.
yeah, it probably is, dude. Shit wasn't safe there. Ain't no one safe in Russia. But graphics like that at their time, and
That was
just like a
pretty good.
game. It was pretty much like back then, because back then everyone dreamed of a game like Grand Theft Auto, right,
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
can kind of get on stuff, and the fact that you were even able to like get off your bike sometimes and run around,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
hit people and stuff was like really,
It was crazy.
yeah, it was so cool
We should
for
play
its
that for the
time.
stream.
We should.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it'll hold up now.
Hold up, yeah.
No, it'll be funny. Just
Yeah,
play
that's
it.
true.
Yeah, there's another game called Skitchin that's a rollerblading game. I think it's the
What?
same creators. Yeah, and it's pretty much Road Rash, but you rollerblade.
That's hilarious.
And the
That's-
very
I
first
want-
level in that game is Vancouver, BC.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Why
Yeah.
do we play this game?
Yeah, it's on Genesis. Yeah, it's the same exact era. It's really fun. It's really,
That's
really
fucking
fun.
legit.
Yeah.
I want to check that shit out on Genesis. Oh my god, it probably looks terrible.
Yeah. Hey, man, those games I think aged all right.
Or like the arcade racers, like Rush. You ever like Rush 2049?
Yeah,
like
Rush
those games were
games,
sick.
They're great. Yeah,
Um,
Sega
Crazy
Rally.
Taxi, man.
Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't really like it was that was like
very-
its own beast. I love
Yeah,
Crazy
Daytona
Taxi.
USA. Like,
Yeah.
Daytona,
oh, man. I'm just a very much of a Sega kid for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I know I played actually just not that long ago because it's free on Xbox games with gold right now. There's a game called TrackMania, which has been around for a little
Oh,
while.
yeah,
but the
yeah.
new TrackMania is actually really fucking fun. And it kind
Yeah.
of gave me that like arcade racing like itch. It was like it like scratched that itch rather.
That's
it was
awesome.
really good.
You know what I hear is amazing, like absolutely, like almost 10 out of 10 game is Dirt Rally.
Dirt Rally.
Yeah,
yeah,
I've heard
yeah, yeah.
really good things about Dirt Rally and just how great it is.
That's one of those games like you gotta be fucking good. Like
It'd be good, yeah, but it apparently rewards you really nicely. It's one of those games where like you try level, you fail a lot, but when you get it, you're
it's definitely
"Oh,
like
I
it's one of those games because actually
Yeah.
I have a copy of one of the Dirt games. I think it might be Dirt Rally. I got it from a humble bundle.
Oh, okay.
And so, and I had it on Steam, and fuck, that game is hard as shit. And it's like it's one of those things though. It's like holy shit, it's so rewarding. Like you're doing these crazy drifts around like these narrow ass tracks,
Yeah, yeah.
and if you fuck up, like you really
Rally's
fuck up.
scary, man. It's
Yeah.
scary. Like I watch a
crazy-
lot
it's
of,
a
I watch a lot
crazy,
of
like,
Formula
sport,
1
dude.
because of my oldest brother. But anytime I watch Rally, like my heart pounds.
Those guys
more.
are crazy, man.
There's like the navigator and stuff.
Yeah.
Turn left.
And just like even the
Oh,
spectators,
God.
man, they're just like on the road. and
Oh,
shit.
I know.
Like,
Like,
you
how
guys
many-
are trusting this. Like if
how
he
many
takes
casualties must there have been? Dude?
exactly. Like
Yeah.
if this driver takes this turn just a little wide, you motherfuckers are dead.
Yeah, they're like right up in there and shit.
Yeah, it's
Fuck
crazy.
It's like
that.
initial D, man.
What have you guys been playing? Have you guys been like watched anything or playing anything new?
We saw Thor. I don't know if we talked about that last
And we
time.
did talk about it.
Yeah,
we did
Ratel's
talk
about-
about it. We talked about it on the 24-hour stream.
Yeah, we got
And
to
we're
go.
actually me and Billy right after this are going to go and watch it.
Yeah. I don't want to
You're in
talk
for a
about it for you
treat.
guys too. Like I don't like to hype things up, but it's a fun movie. It's a good movie.
I really liked it. I'm hyping it up.
Nice.
Whitney liked okay, it's got Whitney's.
But of course, Whitney and I both have been on the Switches a lot. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously we were talking how amazing fucking Nintendo's year was. A lot of Breath of the Wild for Whitney, more
I play
Mario,
so much.
Mario Odyssey for me. And I'm
I was
taking
like-
Mario Odyssey in small bites, and I'm loving that because. I mean, I was telling Whitney, you know, because she was like, "Oh, why don't you play it more and more?" I was like, "I'm just enjoying it. Like, I'm just taking my time looking for all the
Yeah.
moons and
Just low key, I just want to play with you. That's why.
yeah, no, it's true. And like we get one of these Mario games once every 10 years, right?
100%,
Like
dude.
it's so freaking
Because
rare.
Mario Odyssey is like it's less of a sequel to like Galaxy,
Yes.
and it's more like it feels more like a Sunshine or like
I agree. Yeah,
Mario
more.
64,
It's,
yeah.
more to even Mario 64
Yeah,
than
yeah.
anything because it kind of just kind of the only new mechanic is Cappy, right?
Yeah, yeah,
like
exactly.
everything else is kind of like Mario.
So
on
it's
his own.
it's been a really long time since we've had this kind of a Mario game. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course I want to start Assassin's Creed, but you telling me about the 12-hour intro.
No,
just
it's not
kinda-
an intro. It's not an intro.
I know, I
I'm
know, it's
just
not the intro, but I'm just saying, like, because I have seen the map. You know,
Yeah,
I've
it's-
edited our review
it's
at EP for it. I was just watching the game, like, this game is fucking enormous.
Yeah, it's
and
okay,
that
man. You get a
scares me.
camel. You get a camel.
Yeah, that's,
I'll
oh, really? Damn.
I'll take you where you need to go.
As,
dog.
as an Afghan man, that gets me very excited that there's a damn camel in the game. But, you know, it's definitely very daunting. but I really need to start it, and I want to get into it because I still have kind of a safe progress in Breath of the Wild already, and that game is enormous as well.
You can't like bite off too much at a time. It's like.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would balance Breath of the Wild and Assassin's Creed at the same time. They finish one.
Exactly. That's where I'm at right now. So
Don't do it. Don't play Breath of the Wild. I got so mad.
Yeah, I might just do Assassin's Creed, and I think I'm at a point in Breath of the Wild where I can kind of start up later on. I only put like 10 hours into it, which isn't much for that game. That sounds like a lot. It's not very much. But what have you been playing, Billy?
Huh?
What have you been playing?
Game of Life.
Oh, Billy's been doing some hiking.
You watch anything? See any good shit?
No.
Nothing? Oh,
Dude,
goddamn.
all I've been doing is climbing the Roman. Bouldering.
Bouldering. What's the difference between climbing and bouldering?
Well, it's top roping and bouldering. Top roping is when there's actually like the
harness?
the belay and stuff. Yeah,
Oh,
harness
okay.
belay.
So, Billy, you stopped watching like competitive League of Legends and stuff too, like you, because
yeah.
I know there's been a lot of big
Cut
things
off?
happening in the world of that.
Yeah, I haven't.
Dude, my
Yeah.
girlfriend is. We've talked about it before. She is the most hardcore fucking person I know. It's like I come home and she's like watching like.
I'll make him sound more serious.
She's Chriselle right here.
And she's watching like the SKT like in like Samsung Galaxy match. I'm just like, holy fuck. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, League is a pretty decent spectator like esport
good,
though.
yeah.
It's one of the better ones, I think.
solid.
I mean, I watched it live when they came for LCS. in the
Right? Yeah,
summer.
you guys were there. That was like less than a year ago.
Yeah, I was like in the summer. It
Yeah,
was pretty good. No, it's great live for sure.
You've seen it too. Even at PAX when we went one of the years, they always had like the NA
that's
regionals.
Back in the day, though.
Back in the day,
they don't do it
that
there anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, thank God actually.
they overgrew.
I'm very happy they
outgrew it.
don't,
Like,
because-
it's insane.
Yeah.
Because it was way too crammed with all of them in there.
This is
man.
the
Like,
entire upper level.
yeah, like
was
I
all
was
just-
I was a
It's
League fan,
insane.
but I thought that the League
That was
fans
season
were
2, though,
they were like more intrigued, like kind of messing up the convention because they
A
couldn't
little
get
bit.
anywhere.
Because like also like people were complaining like at PAX because so many people would just buy tickets just to go to the League thing and they had no interest in going to PAX.
Yeah.
So the people that actually wanted to go to PAX were like, what the fuck, man? I can't get a ticket because
Yeah.
of this League of Legends bullshit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's good times, though.
Have you guys watched Stranger Things at all?
Yes.
No, not yet.
We finished it.
Yes,
You guys
I
finished season
it.
2? What did you guys think? No spoiler free.
No spoilers.
Free. What did
Really,
you
really
guys
good.
think?
There's a lot of people still like season 1 a lot better. I think they were just both fantastic.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
such great character progression. I'm not gonna spoil anything. Don't worry, Billy. I'm good with this stuff. But just to see some characters kind of grow and
Like your boy
develop. Just so.
Your boy Steve.
Oh, I love Steve. Steve's my fucking homie.
His
man.
hair is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It just gets
Oh,
bigger every
John
season.
Ralphio, man.
I swear to God.
He's a younger John Ralphio.
Yeah, there's that theory that he's like John Ralphio's dad.
Pictures of that.
Yeah.
John Ralphio's
Because
dad.
it's the 80s, and then moving up to Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
It's
just
so
kinda
good. There's like a video of them like brushing their teeth together and
Yeah.
stuff and like getting ready.
I love that actor. The first time I seen that actor was actually on a Nintendo Amiibo commercial.
What?
Oh, no
the-
way.
for
no
real?
fucking way.
Go
that's
look
right.
look at Nintendo the Amiibo commercial for
The guy who played Steve.
Yes.
The guy who played Steve, where he was in it. It was the one where like the kid was like trying to impress the girl, and then there was these guys who were like picking on him. It's like,
Was he the
it's
guy?
like your Amiibo sucks. It's like, and then he goes home and he like trains until level 99 and comes back. And
He's like a Smash Bros.
Yeah,
Amiibo
Steve is
commercial?
like more of the little bit of the bully, but like not that much. But it was still.
He always plays that kind of character.
Yeah, I think he's better as
He's
kinda
in
like a
season 2.
good guy.
He's more of a good guy.
Yeah, but overall, wow, fantastic. I think it's the Duffer Brothers that do it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Just such great writing, such great
I think they
vibe
directed
and
them
feel.
too. I don't know if they directed all of them.
I think
but
they do. They're definitely a big part. I still need to watch. Beyond Stranger Things, which is
Yeah, it's like
kind
the
of the behind the scenes.
shit.
So it's
yeah.
almost like
After-
the Walking Dead little talk show after.
Yeah, exactly. They have that on Netflix, but wow, what a fucking good show! Like so
Yeah.
amazing. I just hit my face on the mic of how hype
That's how
I was.
good it was.
But just amazing writing, amazing characters, and like, yeah, I don't want to say anything.
Yeah,
I got,
I'll
I
watch
got,
it, don't
I got
worry.
like 2 episodes left.
Is it good
Yeah,
for you?
the show's great so far. Like I love season 1 still, maybe just a little bit more. But
Well,
I
it
mean,
doesn't mean it's like that. You love.
Yeah.
but I
all
mean,
love
it's just
the
the
first
it's the
one.
show
Yeah.
and it's the characters. I like maybe it's just because it was new and I was getting introduced
It's also
to the,
such a surprise, right?
Yeah,
What a surprise show that just came out of nowhere and people saw, and it just became this cultural phenomenon.
Because I think like man, I should have been an '80s kid because I love that whole decade, dude. All of the I don't know the music from that era and all of the just like the TV
Dungeons and
shows
Dragons
the Dungeons and
and
Dragons and
Star
still
Wars
play
was
that
getting
shit, right?
big.
Yeah,
I know.
you can still play it.
Yeah.
I know, but then you're
You're what?
It was the start of
then
that.
you're a
It was-
hipster. Listen to all your.
It was
your 80s
definitely a
shit.
very important generation
Yeah.
for obviously for everything we have
Oh,
now,
100%,
right? Like
yeah.
it's very, very prominent. I mean, look at the style. We all wear plaid shirts now again
Not
because of
And dude, like the
well,
shit, the shit that was popular in the '80s is still popular now. Like the Transformers and
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles.
Star
and-
Wars, man.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right.
You got freaking Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
You can keep going. Dungeons and Dragons. Billy still plays that shit every.
A lot of people still play that.
Yeah,
shit,
I know.
man.
Oh, it's
What
really
So yeah, definitely an important era
Oh,
for
for
pop
yeah.
culture. Holy shit.
D&D is huge, man.
D&D is
Yeah, it's huge.
I want to play D&D again.
But yeah, you guys, when you guys finish it, you'll
We'll discuss
it.
we'll discuss it.
We'll
Yeah,
discuss spoiler-free discussion.
yeah. It's still early.
It's amazing. Your
we're
boy
gonna-
Steve.
Your boy Steve.
Oh, I love Steve, man. That's my homie.
You know what, Steve is great. Because in fucking even in season 1, like Nancy pisses me off.
man.
But for
Come
real, like even in
on.
season 1, though, I mean, Steve was kind of that jock character.
was.
Yeah.
but he was not wrong to throw like to smash Jonathan's camera and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
dude,
dude,
Yeah, yeah.
100%. Well, that's
Yeah.
what makes the character so great. 'Cause
Yeah, he was
they're all
not-
flawed. Like Jonathan, what are you doing taking pictures?
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
No,
He
Jonathan
wasn't.
I never really liked Jonathan.
Really? I like Jonathan.
Apparently,
He grew on me. He grew on me for
I
sure.
liked him season 1 and season 2. He was
I
like,
didn't watch season.
I think the
2.
actor
Yeah.
does a terrific job.
Yeah.
playing
Yeah,
him.
for sure.
Yeah, I think
100%.
he's amazing.
Dude, and the kid actors are so good. The kid who
Oh,
plays
God.
Will, this fucking season, he has way more screen time.
He
Obviously.
actually has screen time.
yeah.
And dude, he fucking is so good.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's insane.
Yeah, I'm
just
so
like, holy
happy that,
shit.
like, you
because
know-
he was barely in season 1, even though he was like one of the main plot points.
Yeah.
But he didn't have as much screen time just because of the nature of what happened. But in this season, it's like he's like front and center, and he's so fucking good.
What a
he
good
kills
show!
It, dude.
Yeah, they just got such a great cast. All the kids, we were talking about it yesterday too when you were over. Just how like mature they all are, right? Like how the
Yeah.
hell are these kids like 12 or 13, whatever they are now?
It's like that video.
Dude, when I
They're
was
like-
12 and 13,
Oh man,
do you imagine how disciplined these kids must be too?
know.
Because they all have social media. They could be like total assholes.
I
And
know.
because I remember when
it's
I was 12
almost
or
too much
13,
discipline. It's almost
Yeah.
too much that it worries me because I want the kids
Sure.
to be kids and I want them to enjoy their youth and be fucktards and
I mean, but
you know,
they
have
could
fun.
be during on set, like they're just messing around.
Oh, I'm sure they are,
Sure,
but I'm
yeah.
just saying,
Yeah.
like, you know, their public persona, even the schools they go to, they're going to be forever mega
Isn't one of
superstars.
those
This
from
show's so
Vancouver?
big.
One of the kids.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Finn Wolf.
Finn-
Yeah,
Finn
Mike,
Wolfhard,
like
yeah.
one of the main kids. Yeah, he's from Vancouver.
Yeah.
So
Apparently, he's an alright kid too. Like outside.
Seems so sweet.
really
I guess,
sweet,
yeah.
man.
But you never know. Some kids might hate him. Well, everyone hates him.
well, I mean, that's kind of like what happened to like the Justin Bieber effect. You know, he
Yeah.
had hit so much fame so young.
Yeah.
And then
but,
so-
you know, let's face it, Justin Bieber's still fucking huge, right?
Well, he
Yeah.
is, but I mean,
Yeah.
but he was like peaked when he was like I don't
Yeah.
even know, like 16 or 15 or some
Yeah, I know,
bullshit
when he
like that.
first got signed, yeah, it was
and
crazy.
and yeah, and he was like this big dipshit everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, he was
Well, it
just
depends
rude
on the
and
family
he was,
as well too.
I guess so.
Yeah. For him, it didn't pan out too well because he was just kind of in this public eye, and I think he was having a hard time containing himself.
And then at home, like he only had like he was.
It's like you're like a 16-year-old kid with like the world at your fingertips.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
infinite resources.
And everyone just watching your every move. right?
exactly.
You know,
Just
you,
put under a
You
microscope.
can
too,
fucking
like,
fart in public, and you'll be on TMZ, right? Like,
Justin Bieber rips one.
dude, dude, I guarantee you, if there was video of that, it would be on front page of
Fucking
TMZ,
TMZ.
right?
That's so awful.
Yeah,
People fart.
yeah. Retel especially.
We're gonna jump into some listener emails. If you guys want to send in questions, send them into toptierpodcast@gmail.com. We just got a couple we're gonna go through today.
That's good.
Okay, I think I proofread this one. Should be okay. Hey, Top Tier. Sometimes you get some bullshit.
Yeah.
Hey, Top Tier. Been a long while since I sent a message to the podcast, but ever since I heard you guys were coming back, I wanted to send some pics just to follow up on a dating question I sent in a long time ago.
Oh wow.
Thanks to some of your top tier advice. Thanks. He specifically calls out Retel and Whitney. I don't
What?
remember.
I'm here for you, baby boy. Don't worry. I am here.
I've been going out with this lovely lady for 3 years now.
Oh, nice.
Anyways,
It's a long time.
yeah,
Pics,
it's a
please.
good amount of time, man. He sent a pic. He sent a pic.
Oh,
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
to see this.
I'll show it to you guys in just 1 second. Anyways, with the holiday season near, my question is for you. What is your favorite holiday or day to celebrate? Thanks again from longtime lurker Juicy John.
Juicy.
Am I saying that right? It's got.
I mean, you can say like.
How do you don't yo with a name like Juicy John?
Come
You
on,
don't.
come on, how would you pronounce that?
What?
His name at the end. How would you pronounce it?
Oh. I don't know, like Jueg John, but it's probably I don't know about Juicy though.
Let's stick
But
with
you know what?
Juicy.
Forever though, his nickname will be Juicy
He's
John.
gonna be Juicy John though, dude.
It's a good name.
Why you know my password? Why are you putting it on camera, dog?
Shit's too easy. Man.
Let's see the photo.
Oh yeah.
Just forget. I need your phone.
There you go.
Fantastic
That's him and his
photo,
lady.
man.
His lady.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I gotta
man.
show this the stream.
No,
It's
no,
very
it's
private.
stream.
It's very
Oh,
private.
That's so
I'm
sweet.
Happy for you guys. I'm happy that some bullshit we probably told you
I probably
ended up
well.
being like beneficial. And
Don't worry.
That's awesome, man. That's
Our
awesome.
advice might not be the best.
No.
My advice comes
We're
from the
not
heart.
professionals.
So
do whatever the fuck you want to do.
don't
honestly.
don't do
Yeah.
that. Don't do that.
we we do our best, but we're definitely not professionals.
Just take just advice.
Anyways, with the holiday season, what's your guys' favorite holiday, man?
Why do I have to go first?
I don't know. That goes first. I don't mind.
Retel.
I-
My favorite holiday is Halloween.
That's
Oh,
true.
wow,
That's
really?
what it's
My favorite holiday, I like Christmas is a close second. I love
Yeah.
Christmas.
I'm
But
putting my
it-
freaking Christmas tree up tomorrow.
Are you
man.
fucking for real?
Dude, it's right after Remembrance Day or Veterans Day.
okay.
in the
There you
States.
go. There you go.
Right after the 11th hour. Once the moon sign's done, damn.
Billy's gonna be on
fucking
standby at 11.
Christmas tree. So put the fucking tree up, man.
Oh, we don't have a Christmas tree. I just realized.
You guys don't
Yeah.
have a Christmas tree?
No.
not at the new place we just
No, we
moved to.
don't.
Yeah.
Damn.
Need to
Because
We'll have
steal
to get
one.
one.
It feels good.
Let's go steal Retels.
Yeah, we'll still.
But yeah, no, Halloween, because obviously you guys know I'm a huge, I love horror.
Yeah.
All things horror, whether it's games or I love shitty 80s horror movies. It's always just been my favorite.
You
And,
brave soul.
And yeah, I don't know. It's just I love to just watch them all month. I'll just have shitty horror movies on. It's the best.
It's true.
How about you guys?
Oh, for me, it's Christmas probably.
Christmas?
Yeah, I just love the fact that it's just
You
a
basic
time.
bitch.
Well, I know it is. It's
Oh,
a total
shit.
basic bitch answer, but it's I just like time where everyone kind of takes a break from work
Sure.
and just kind of come together and just kind of I don't religiously do
Right.
Christmas, but it's just more of a holiday. I just love the fact that it's time to give presents to people and to just kind of be together and to have these gatherings with even other family friends.
I'm with you. Christmas is definitely a close second for me, and it's again, it's more it's like the little things, just like the spirit.
Yeah, I love it.
The,
I love it.
The holiday cheer is what they
Yeah.
call it.
That's exactly what I'm about.
Yeah.
That's why I love it so much.
Yeah.
It's just because even the weather at the time. I'm not a huge fan of the rain in Vancouver, but I
Yeah.
like snow.
Yeah. And we'll definitely get some this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll probably. It's. I know it's terrible for
It's
driving.
already cold
and
as
terrible
shit.
for drivers, but I
Fucking
mean,
cares,
Billy's-
man.
Billy
Billy's
drifts through it
Billy's-
all,
yeah,
so
he's
it's
all-
fine.
I legit drive through with my car. No, I don't give a shit.
Damn, Billy got a rear-wheel drive car too, man. You got to be careful.
Don't want snow tires.
But Christmas for sure. I love the cheer and the spirit.
Yeah, it's just I love the Christmas food, the music, the lights. I don't know. There's something about I love Christmas too.
Yeah.
But
Excuse to get together, man.
It's
yeah,
an
and 100%. It's like hanging out with friends and family. Our best podcasts have always been the Christmas
Yeah, the
podcasts.
Christmas-
For sure. We're gonna do it again this year.
Yep.
So
100%.
fun.
How about you, Whitney?
I'm a fatty, so Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is good.
Yeah,
Good. No,
That's a good one. Yeah, I like Thanksgiving a lot too, actually.
it's just
'Cause
good,
food, man. Yeah.
Yeah, the
food.
food's good because
I
you
mean,
know.
technically, can't you have Thanksgiving dinner during Christmas as well? It seems very.
No, but
It's
this
very
is,
similar.
it's
Some
the same, but
yeah.
you don't have to worry about giving shit away. You go and you relax and you get food. I go to Behr's parents' place, I get food. I go to my mom's place, get food.
Do you guys feel the pressure of buying gifts?
No, not
No?
anymore.
For who?
Yeah,
for
not
our-
anymore.
Just
More,
anyone, or like your significant
I
other.
feel,
or
I
Yes.
feel pressure really
Yes.
for.
Yes.
Whitney's really easy to shop for.
What
Super
the
easy.
hell?
Let's get her something Animal
Yeah,
Crossing.
just Animal Crossing.
No.
But no, I feel pressure when you give gifts to someone you're not too close
Yeah.
with. Like someone I'm not sure what they'd like. I hate that feeling of
Gift
Yeah.
card
what
forever.
the fuck are they gonna want? Or
I
do
know,
they
it's
have
hard.
this already? For you, I'll give a fart in a jar or something.
Oh my God, Behr.
Yeah.
Thanks, Don.
But
me-
with the closer friends, I know what they like.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And me and Chriselle, we kind of not always, but sometimes we'll just opt out of doing gifts for the year, and we'll just go and we'll get let's just go and get a massage or some shit, and it's
That's fancy.
best. It is the best. Just get a gift that we can just or we'll go to a fancy meal or something. We'll go to a nice steakhouse or some shit. You know what I mean? And
No
it's-
seafood bars, man. What's wrong with that?
I'm not big on seafood, man. You know
We
this.
talked about this already.
But like, and then yeah, like her like my girlfriend's family, they're all doing like a secret Santa, so I'm part of it too, which is nice. But it's like, yeah, I drew someone, I have no idea how I'm gonna shop for them,
Yeah,
so it's like
that's
it's
what
really
sucks.
hard.
That's
dude.
hard.
It's really
You
hard.
just rely on your girlfriend for that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, 100%.
Billy.
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and WrestleMania.
Oh, there it is.
Basically a holiday.
Basically. No.
Can you
no.
wait till the day that WrestleMania is like a national holiday?
No, I'm just joking. But no, I really do love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite.
good,
I just
yeah.
like giving.
Do you get like do you go like all out on gifts? Like you and Daphia, you and the girl, the lady. Like do you guys do gifts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do.
Do you have like a limit?
No.
The sky's
Oh,
the limit.
damn.
Yeah, it depends on what you feel,
Yeah.
right? We don't
You gotta set the
I don't
bar
think- I
low,
don't
dog.
No, we don't have a limit, but you know,
think- Couple crackers and cheese.
Crackers and cheese. Dude. That's fucking
It's
rough.
true, dog. We don't do anything crazy. I mean, last year I got
Set
pretty
the
good.
bar low so if you get something that's worth $20 next year.
I'm such
Keep
an
it-
asshole, dude. Back in high school, we did my English class.
Oh.
We did a we did a Secret Santa for our
One of your classes.
for one of our classes, and I drew this girl, and we're still kind of friends with her. We still see her from time to time. And I must have been like 16 at the time, and we had like a $5 limit or something stupid like that, right?
yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck can I get for $5? And I'm such an asshole. I gave this poor girl a doorstop, dude.
Shit, dog.
Do you ever heard this story?
No, I have not heard this story.
That's
What
awful,
the fuck
man.
were you thinking, dude? Were you at Home Depot or something?
Was it used? It was used, wasn't it?
No, that shit was brand new, dog.
Oh my god. Used door stopper. How cheap can you get?
I mean, it's like 2/5 of like the amount. It's like $2.
I don't even remember. It was over 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
But man, that was. Did you
What'd
guys?
you
So,
say?
that just shows the type of person Retel was back in the day. Like,
Oh,
No,
God.
I hated Retel back then.
I was an
Oh.
asshole in high school.
He
Man, I'm
was
not
an
gonna
asshole.
lie.
No, he was an asshole. I would have hated
some
him.
say he
I
still
would've
is one
hated him.
today.
You would hate him.
Really?
Yeah.
I
No,
believe
but I
it.
did some funny shit, man.
That was-
The door stuff was pretty fucking funny.
Holy
How did
sh-
that idea even come to your head? Right? Like,
Yeah, where do you think of these
It's like
things?
genius, man. That's what it is.
This is the best.
you know?
I remember it's so funny because one of my really close friends at the time, his name was Casey.
Yeah.
He like sat beside me while I was fucked around in class, and he got me, and we always had like these stupid dirty jokes. You guys ever watch the show like Clone High?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Like
great
and
show.
like Abe always like, oh, I got the cotton balls. Like when he was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get like because he was like losing his virginity. He's like, don't worry, I got the cotton balls because he just didn't know what they were for or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
And so he got me cotton balls.
Oh my god.
Because we were like so into Clone High.
Clone
back
High
then.
was great. Yeah.
I don't know. It was
What a
That's
great
funny.
generation of cartoons.
oh fuck yeah, dude.
With undergrads and
Mission
Hill. Yeah.
That's
Good
definitely
stuff.
that's the worst gift I've ever given.
No,
That's
man.
awful. That is awful.
Have you guys ever given a shitty gift? Probably not on that level.
No.
I'm not at that level at all. No, I probably have in the past, but I can't think of anything.
Dude, I never have. Man.
I don't think I have
I'm
either.
a good gifter.
I think
Yeah.
I think
But
other
door-
than that one misstep, I think I'm usually pretty good.
Yeah, this guy is pretty good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Thanks so much for the question, Juicy John.
Yeah. thank
Juicy.
Juicy. I've, 'cause
Jean.
look, he also capitalizes the C, right? It's gotta be Juicy John.
Juicy John.
Juicy John.
Juicy. Jean.
Here's a question from your boy, Chef Sanji.
Oh, it's been a while.
Hey guys, it's Chef Sanji629. Loving the show. It's like you guys never left.
Hey.
Not a first timer. Been around since the first episode and before through Behr.
Oh wow.
Even though I emailed in and called
awesome.
and all the time during the first run, you fuckers never remember me. We remember you, dog.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's
I'm
all,
not gonna lie. Shit.
it's all love though, and I will always try to support whenever I can because I love what you guys do, and I believe you will get the bigger audience you deserve one day. I really want to start a YouTube channel, but I have no idea where to start. I want the channel to be about gaming and some other nerdy stuff. So my question is, can you suggest some equipment or software to get me started?
Whoa.
Retel, keep working hard and don't let your nose get in the way of what you're doing. Everyone has a mountain to climb. Yours just happens to be on your face.
Oh my.
Yes, that's so bad.
Man, this is just poetry right now.
Yeah.
Thank you in advance.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh god.
This is just
Jesus Christ.
wow.
Fuck. I mean, I've been doing YouTube. I'll read that after.
Yeah.
I've been doing YouTube and Twitch and stuff for like 6 years.
Hasn't got anywhere.
No.
Silly.
Thanks,
Come
son.
on.
That's hard, man. It's difficult. Takes
And,
a lot
uh,
of luck too.
I know.
Well, it definitely does. And well, I mean, I definitely like I took like a year off too in the middle of that.
Yeah. You do.
Um,
And you also piggyback through Behr a little bit too.
no.
Wait, what?
We're talking about his
I'm
own.
joking. I'm joking.
I piggyback.
I'm just dogging
Yeah.
on you, but no, you do.
Well,
I
Behr,
got a
Behr,
small
I'm not
audience.
gonna lie. Behr definitely helped me out a lot. Like
That's true.
Yeah.
you, like
I'm not-
you know,
a lot of people
even
through
even
Behr.
a single share from Behr would be like a lot of like traffic.
You got your
my
own
way.
audience, man. I remember there's
do.
some ladies tweeting him about horror playthroughs.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I remember that. Richard had his own little audience of horror fan lovers.
Yo, I
too.
had a big female audience.
Yeah. I don't know about all that, but
I don't know. Like honestly, in terms of like equipment, like you don't have to sink in a ton of money at 1st. It's just like
see how you like it first. Definitely do not go all.
no,
in.
don't go all in. I mean, and just I don't know. I would remember like little things like you can buy like a cheap mic from somewhere. Like remember, audio is just as important as your video.
Yes,
And,
I would actually, I would almost say it's more important.
Yeah.
Get a good, especially if you're gonna do game stuff. Get a really good mic, and then maybe on the cameras and stuff, you can kind of cheap out at first.
Yeah.
Maybe even buy like the Logitech C920.
Dude, yeah, Rocky C920. I was using it for the stream. It actually looks great.
It's great.
I think
Yeah,
for, like, a
it's
live
not.
stream?
It's not a fantastic.
No, it's not like professional.
Yeah,
grade
but
or
it's
anything,
not.
but
It's
like
not,
gets the job done.
Yeah, for like it's like I think it's like $80 Canadian,
Yeah,
which is like
it's-
super cheap.
it's not
I'm sure you can
expensive
find
at
it for
all.
like in the States for like 60 or 50
Probably,
bucks on
yeah.
sale. And yeah, start with that. First software you get is OBS.
OBS, 100%.
If you can, like I don't know, like get Premiere one way or another.
Yeah,
That's expensive.
find
I
a
mean,
way to get Premiere.
I get it through my work right now. That's the reason why I get it. So I'm kind of lucky,
Lucas
but
money, man.
but I mean, it's honestly the subscription's not even bad. I think you can get like some $20 standard
Probably,
deals,
yeah,
$20
yeah.
a month. It's not the worst.
Yeah,
it adds
And
up. but-
again, just at first to see how you like it, right?
yeah, to learn exactly, and
Yeah.
that's a good start for. I mean, if you want to go for like free editing software, I don't even know. To be
Yeah.
honest, like I honestly don't
You
even
just
want.
see some Windows Movie Maker shit.
Yeah,
dude.
I just also don't want you to get bad habits with editing. It's good to kind of start with the best tools and
Yeah,
work
sure.
from there.
like I
But
back in
OBS
the
you
day,
can't go
like,
wrong with. for sure.
I've always used Premiere. I dabbled a little bit in Sony Vegas,
yeah.
but it's
Vegas
but,
is still very suspect.
I
yeah.
definitely I quickly went back to Premiere.
Yeah, because
and
there's
that's
some people
definitely
who
gonna be-
really lived and died by Vegas, and
Yeah.
they still do.
yeah.
But it's like, no, you have to go to Premiere, because Premiere stole a lot of what Final Cut was good at, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
stole a lot of what Avid is good at, and it's catching up to Avid right now as industry standard. So it's yeah, Adobe's killing it. But yeah, and then for a microphone, you can get the Blue Snowball.
Blue Snowball is such a good entry level. Dude,
I
I used the Blue Snowball for years.
I use the
Years. You still use it.
Audio Techna AT2020. I think Retel has one of those
yeah,
as well.
I got an AT2020. That's still probably the best mic I own.
Yeah, that's what I use for my stuff. I
Yeah.
love it, and it's like I bought it like literally like almost a decade ago, and it's still working out for
Really?
me.
A damn
Well, 'cause
decade? It
microphones
doesn't go bad,
Yeah,
right?
when microphones are good quality, you'll have them forever. That's
Yeah.
a great thing about making that investment. Whereas cameras, you start to show their age after like 3 years,
For sure.
even, right? But a good mic is a good mic forever.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's a good starting point. Yeah, for a camera, like just if you're gonna do gaming stuff or like Let's Plays, use OBS.
Yeah.
Use the Logitech C920, which is like a $60 US camera, and then get yourself like a Blue Snowball or a AT2020.
Definitely. Like, yeah, I mean, there's so many intricacies to doing it. Like,
Yeah.
we could probably talk about it all day.
Yeah,
But,
from there you move on, right? If it works out and you get a nicer camera, you can even start with something as $400 or $500, like a T4i, I think is what they're called now. And then get yourself some lights though too. I think lights is even more important than getting a new camera.
Yeah.
So
no,
get yourself
agreed.
some
Dude,
LED
it makes
lights.
A huge difference.
Yeah. What brand did you buy, Retel?
For these ones?
Yeah.
These are. I found these on Amazon.
Yeah.
Just one sec.
Retel's gonna look at the brand for you guys real quick, but
These are Viltrox LED panels,
Oh,
and like I did a lot of research, and these ones came up like really, really good, like bang. for your
yeah,
buck.
they're really good.
lights.
You told me how much you paid for them. I forgot.
They're like
but
I think they're like 45 Canadian
That's
each, so you can
amazing.
probably get them for like
that's
35.
amazing. Yeah,
US.
I think I paid about just that. and I have one about the same size, but yours actually has like a temperature gauge on it.
Yeah, it does. So
which is
yeah,
crazy for
we're really
$50.
warm right now, yeah.
That's super cheap. That's
Yeah.
like dirt cheap. Because when you start getting to temperature gauges before, you have to at least get to the over past the 100 mark.
Really
And even
for
paying
sure.
100 for an LED is super cheap. Like the good ones are like $1,000 or $2,000 at the very least.
Yeah, and I mean
So-
these ones were just good for like the space, and I can plug them right in. Plus they take batteries, so yeah, it just works out.
Yeah. Good
Anyways,
question though.
Yeah, thanks, Chef Sanji. Let us know how it goes with the channel,
Yeah,
and we can
brother.
probably give you some feedback. P.S. Bear, it hurts a little when you say you fell out of love with your channel because I don't think you understand how much you're loved by us. I've been watching since Super Street Fighter 4. I'll always support whatever you decide to do, but if you ever decide to do YouTube again, I will be there to watch your hentai-loving ass, no problem.
You're the best. No, maybe I worded it bad. I didn't fall out of love with my channel. I just kind of fell out of love for the whole YouTube kind of let's play where gaming was going on YouTube specifically.
Yeah.
But no, in terms of my channel and the people who comment and all, anytime I go to my channel, I get a warm feeling.
For sure.
Right? It's kind of that fuzzy feeling of like
Well, the one
when I
fucking suck, man.
no, honestly, I don't get enough of those comments. I should get more of those comments.
I'll trash talk in your channel. next time.
Yeah, you should. You should.
I'll do it too.
Okay, we'll do
But
it.
like
Yeah.
when I, when I first graduated, I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do with my life, and I was kind of in this lost space, and I found something that I liked. Kind of gives me the feeling of that, of like these people who are there for me, and you're definitely one of them. So, don't think I fell out of love with my channel. It was just kind of more of what YouTube has become. Right? There's literally millions of
Let's plays, yeah.
let's plays and just other garbage, not even gaming related, that gets uploaded on YouTube every day. Right?
Yeah,
like,
it's
crazy.
insane.
It's
That's
getting
why,
harder
like,
and harder for people to make it through.
This-
Diversify and put your own spin on whatever
Exactly.
you do, dude.
And
Because
that's what you should do with your channel.
that's why I wanted to do the podcast because I was like just doing like playthroughs or whatever. I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's so
Everyone
it's
plays.
so a dime a dozen, dude.
The best advice I can give you before I end this topic is just make the channel about you,
Yeah,
not about the game. It's also even a mistake I made about my own channel too. It was just like I really was just focusing because I really wanted to capture a niche because I knew that was the only way to really be something on YouTube. Is like if you really just focus on this small little topic and then
yeah.
kind of go out with that. But I think the best way to do it is just not only make it about the games, but make it about yourself. Make the people, you're like a friend to your audience, right? And that's ultimately what YouTube is. Yeah. What's this?
What the fuck are you doing, dude? You
No,
peeling
man.
off your bandages?
No, my icy cold.
Okay. Icy cold. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for the question, Chef Sanji. That's going to be it for email questions today. Again, if you guys want to send in questions, send it into toptierpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, for sure. Ask us anything, guys.
Almost anything.
So what this episode goes live November 21st. That is 3 days away from Black Friday
Oh, is it?
my God.
in,
wow.
in the U.S. of A. Have you ever indulged in Black Friday shopping?
Too scared
Well,
now.
online, I've never seen. I see all the videos of people going crazy in like stores and
Yeah,
there's a
ripping
Black
off.
There's
and
Friday
throwing.
Death
the Black
count.
Friday death count
What?
website.
Yeah,
And they like it lists like all of like the worst incidents that Black Friday, like injuries.
My favorite.
Like
site
people
on
have
that- on
died,
that
dude. People
holiday.
have straight up died.
fucking
What?
crazy.
How?
Just like
People
Google
just
it.
shoving
Just
people
Google it.
'cause they're
Dude,
trying to
people
get
have gotten
trampled.
people have gotten trampled, or
Yeah.
people like they'll get into a fight over like the last TV or some bullshit like that. Some fucking
America.
thing, some stupid.
I need to
thing.
know though, are the deals that good that it's worth
No,
someone's
well,
fucking
sometimes
life?
It is insane.
Sometimes
man.
it's crazy good.
It's like an
But
80
is it
cent-
worth someone's life, guys?
No, of course not.
That's what I'm asking. And Retel's like,
But
sometimes
it's
it's good.
80% off, man.
But I've definitely indulged in Black Friday shopping, absolutely,
Right.
but more online. But I've
For sure,
never
yeah.
seen it physically, especially more in the States. I think it's even a bigger deal than
Oh,
here,
dude,
right?
hell
Oh, it's
yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Like
man.
our biggest thing here is like is Boxing Day, which they don't have down in the States.
Boxing Day, yeah.
Boxing Day is the day after Christmas, but even that is not nearly on the same scale.
Mm-hmm.
It is, and truth be told, Boxing Day, it's kind of shitty.
That's a joke.
It's
man.
like the
Yeah.
day after Christmas, everyone should be chilling with their like
Yeah.
friends and family,
Oh.
right? It's like the day after Christmas, but like so many poor retail staff and employees, are have to fucking like. I remember.
That's so stupid.
I remember back because I used to work at Best Buy, which I mentioned earlier on the show, and I've worked a couple Best Buys, a couple Boxing Days at Best
Got
Buy,
a couple Best Buys.
and it's not fun, dude. I remember the
Oh.
first Boxing Day I ever had to work. I started at midnight, like Christmas night, except like
What the
Boxing
fuck,
Day,
really?
because all of the merch that needs to get put onto the floor because I was part of the merch team.
Oh my god.
I was part of the I was like in the gaming section for like a year, and then they got rid of the gaming section, so then I moved into merch, which sucked, and so I was in merch for a year, and it was the worst. And so I started at midnight because basically all of the little the piles of TVs that they have out on the floor in random spots, like someone's got to move them all out.
Yeah.
And that's the merch team, and that was what we had to do.
It's annoying.
That's
And
terrible.
so all of that needs to be done before 6 a.m. when the fucking doors open, and there's like a lineup of people.
I hate that shit.
And it's just
What
like,
time was
oh.
your shift done? Did you do overtime?
Yeah, it was 12 hours. It's 12 to 12.
Oh god.
And it was and they make sure, granted they pay you more, and they make sure that there's free food all in the staff room and stuff, and like they take care of you, but it's also just like
chaos.
That's like my whole Christmas. I'm trying to just like, oh fuck, I gotta work tonight.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And that's kind of
That
looming
sucks.
over you all
That
day.
does.
Shitty.
And so, luckily, Boxing Day sucks, but Black Friday we've started to kind of incorporate up here in Canada.
For sure. I mean, especially
But
online.
yeah, like I'm an Amazon whore. Like I fully admit everything I have in this room I bought on Amazon. My landlords probably think I'm a fucking psychopath, especially when I was stocking getting all of this shit ready. Like I had boxes right every day for like shit.
Damn.
And
Billy.
but yeah, no, I'm definitely like I'm gonna check that shit out on Black Friday for
Yeah.
sure.
If you find like a good deal for a PS4 Pro,
Oh, dude, that will be one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
100%, dude.
I'm sure.
Because you got that 4K
Because
TV.
the way you
Billy.
need to think about it
the same
too.
TV, you bought the same TV.
I know.
as me,
They have
man.
these bundles, and usually it's like with the game, but you really just kind of incorporate the price of the game, and
Yeah,
then
something you do.
you get it for cheap. But are you guys planning on picking up anything in particular this year?
Pants.
Pants.
Smart. I like that.
But I can't buy pants online though, dude. You
Yeah.
gotta
Okay,
try them on.
you gotta go in.
You
Well, I
gotta
only
try
buy
them on.
sweatpants online.
Oh, okay,
Oh, there you go.
sweatpants. Now we're
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah, that's why I buy online.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Pants.
Joggers and shoes.
Yeah, let me know some good
Socks.
sweatpants brands, dude.
But I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not really in the market for anything. You know, I'm not looking for anything in particular, but I'll browse around and see what they got.
Yeah.
If there's anything that I could use for like the stream or something in particular,
Yeah.
like definitely I'll check it out. But
Yeah,
Absolutely.
This time, like day and age, it doesn't really matter for the sales anyway.
well, that's the thing is like usually they're sneaky bastards. You know what I mean? They'll mark something up like a couple weeks before, then they'll mark it down, like those sons of bitches.
Yeah.
It's true.
Or a lot of the times, especially for like TVs and stuff, they'll like the models that are made for like Black Friday or Boxing Day or whatever. They're very particular models that are cheaper to produce. Like they'll be missing certain features or whatever. It's like a bare bones version of that like TV or whatever. Like it'll be like, oh, it's a super cheap TV. It's got like one HDMI port or some bullshit
what
like
the
that.
fuck?
Yeah.
One
Well, it's not like
HDMI.
one anymore.
Right now, today's age, that's like torture, man. I'm thinking about
It
that.
was like a switch.
That port's gonna be so loose, dude.
Oh god, you're like Retel's butthole, man. Just used up.
Farting is just like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I need a,
Sorry,
need a
it
switch
got in your
box.
drink.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope that there's. I hope that there's. I'm looking for a hard drive, man. I need some
Really?
more,
Like
more space, man. Some more
internal,
portable.
external?
External, for sure. The portable ones. I also want one for my PS4. Right.
Yeah, I got one for my PS4, like a 2 terabyte. It's not
Yeah.
here
Oh, so
anymore.
you can hook up. I don't even know. If I can,
Yeah,
I
so
don't
you
have
can like,
PS4.
because I have like a launch PS4, so it's only got like 500 gigs.
Oh, yeah, it's not
So
the
it
same.
would run out of space. Like Assassin's Creed Origins would be like 20% of your hard drive. It's like
Holy.
insane. Probably more than that actually.
Yeah.
It would just be like a huge chunk. So yeah, no, now it's all like stored on the hard drive. You can just play it off that. But the only shitty thing is, which we ran into on the stream, is that the PS4 has only got two HDMI, two USB ports.
Yeah.
Goddamn. And so we were trying to play like Marvel Infinite, but we're
Yeah.
both playing on stick, and we're like, oh shit.
Yeah, I can't.
There's
do
only one port for the stick.
That's
Didn't even matter
shitty.
at the end of the or for Street Fighter.
No, that does suck. Yeah, because I know the PS4 Pro actually has one in the back.
Oh, does it?
So it
Oh,
has a
shit.
dedicated one for like a hard drive and has two in the front.
Oh, that's
so
smart.
they were ready for that bitch. But that sucks. I didn't know that. I totally thought that my original PS4 as well had one in the back. So
Did you? Are you gonna get an Xbox One X, dog?
no, I don't think it's worth the investment.
Did you guys get one in at your work?
Yes,
You
we
did?
did. We played it like a week before it was out too. So we
How
were
was it?
trying it, messing around. All the games right now are like look solid, but the games aren't optimized fully
Right.
for it right now. So it's still very kind of in that early phase. I feel like for the 4K. But I think give it some time, and we'll get to that point where we're going to start seeing some damn good looking console games.
For sure, dude.
For sure. You know, it's a real 4K console, because right now we have the Pro and we have a 4K TV at home, and we play on it a lot, and I play a lot of games.
It's not like true 4K. Is
It's
what
not
they're
like
saying,
true
right?
4K,
Yeah.
or like sometimes they'll dumb down the frame rate a lot of times, so you're running
Right.
at 30. And a lot of time when you realize it's not, like you said, not true 4K. It's just
Right.
something that's like 3400 by something. It's not like real 4K. It still looks great though. But
Sure, yeah.
The Xbox One X will really be that, but everything we've played was kind of like they do those enhancement packs and stuff, and just it was good though.
Okay.
It's legit. I mean, if you guys don't have a 4K system, I would honestly just get one just for the sake of having a 4K Blu-ray player, because
Really?
the Pro doesn't have one, which is the saddest thing.
That's
ever.
so weird. But even I think even the Xbox One S can play
It can.
4K Blu-rays,
You're right,
can
yeah,
it?
it can.
That's kind of fucked up.
That's fucking insane. It's Sony's own medium, and they didn't put it in their 4K console.
That's really weird.
Yeah, they're just so. I think it was the most ridiculous thing.
And I don't even know. That's not something they can patch in, is it?
No,
That's like a
no.
hardware
I think
thing,
that's a
dude.
hardware thing.
God damn.
I think they were just
it's like
trying
the
to
disk
cheat.
drive. Like the disk drive can't. I don't know.
Yeah,
support
no,
it,
it's not.
doesn't
It's not a
support it.
patch thing for sure. It's crazy. Yeah, it's about fucking crazy. Like
That's really fucked up.
Microsoft should not be taking Sony's.
Microsoft's entry-level console
Yeah.
can do what the PS4 Pro can.
Sad, because I want to buy so many 4K Blu-rays.
Really?
I'm looking on Amazon all the time. Like I want to buy Watchmen, I want to buy Blade Runner, I want to buy all these films, but fucking can't.
Happy Gil.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so beautiful.
It's a good
in 4K,
film, Billy.
dog.
Shooter McGavin is the best villain.
Yeah, this is the best. I think it's probably my favorite Adam Sandler movie. Oh, that and The Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
That one's really good.
Like, his shit is terrible now. What's were you ever big on Sandler? He's such like a he's hit or miss.
I mean,
dude.
he's
Like,
making all those shitty Netflix movies.
I
right?
like them. I'm the worst.
they still kill. Apparently, like
No,
all
they
his
do.
movies
Yeah.
still do.
Because we were talking about the whole Dynasty Warriors thing before, of that just kind of like these kind of more mindless games that are just kind of nice. Sometimes it is nice to watch a movie where you don't have to think. Yeah, it's a mindless movie because it's just like all the jokes and everything's just kind of so in your face. And those, like you said, those movies kill.
They do.
They kill.
Especially down in the States, like Sandler, like the Grown Ups movies, they made so much money, dude.
Yeah,
Those
they make
movies are
so
so
much money.
funny.
They make so much. It's crazy how many shitty
Oh,
movies.
sorry.
Like even like honestly, I watched Baywatch. That was like a guilty pleasure.
Oh no.
I
Film.
didn't finish it.
No, I do love Zac Efron.
I think Zac Efron's
do,
great.
man. I actually really like him.
What?
I think it's talented.
You make fun of me and you're like, oh, you love Zac Efron. But you're the one that loves Zac
But
Efron.
I do like Zac Efron.
Yeah, he's so
dude.
good.
He's a cool dude. I like his little teeth gap and everything. He's got-
He doesn't have that anymore, does he?
Really, I think he still has a little bit. doesn't
Bear,
he?
you're thinking of High School Musical.
That's
times.
No, I could have
Yeah,
swore he
those
still had that.
braces
Still
are-
has a little bit, doesn't he?
I don't think so, no.
I don't think so. No.
It's not as big, but I think he still has it.
I don't
You know,
know.
those things are kind of like models want that shit.
Really?
I don't like
Yeah.
it. I have a little one.
Yeah, Woody's got a very tiny
A
one.
I had
little bit,
one.
a little bit.
I
Yeah.
had to look at my braces.
Oh, really? Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted braces
But
to
no,
get
like
rid of it.
right now in the model world, like if you go outside like Victoria's Secret stores, you'll see the giant posters. All
You
the
spend a
girl-
lot of time there,
I
Bear?
spend all my time there. Yeah, that's my home. You'll see like a lot of the models, dude, like the gap in the teeth and everything. Yeah. It's just-
Okay.
anyways,
I have no idea.
that came from Zac
It's
Efron.
like
huh?
the London
But-
look thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
They
Yeah.
they have like a branding there for some reason. They just don't. It's not as important for the models to have like
Straight teeth.
straight teeth as long as they look
Yeah, it's
great,
very,
right?
Very big in Japan, actually. In Japan, they're like
They don't care about.
they think it's way cuter. To
It's
have
so
more,
cute,
like-
the snaggletooth thing when they have a little one up
Oh
here.
yeah, that's a thing there.
That's
yeah.
a big thing there. Oh,
It's
that's why so many
adorable.
people, not many people get braces over in Japan,
Yeah.
right? It's very common not to get braces.
It's a very Western thing. For
Just
teeth.
like
Yeah.
just
Braces,
like
straight teeth.
Yeah.
Like they have, and white teeth too. Like
Right.
really white teeth is like westernized. Everywhere else it's like as long as your teeth are clean and you don't smell bad, it's fine.
I've never even noticed.
Yeah.
It's
No,
all-
in
it's all
Japan,
news
dude.
to me. Oh, shit.
Japan, yeah,
Little
that'd be fun.
snag.
Next time you're watching Japanese porn, Retel, you can
Oh my
look at their
God.
teeth. Right?
I ain't looking at their teeth, dog.
So you can check the dental hygiene real
Oh.
quick.
She's not flossing, dog.
But anyways, we were just talking about guilty pleasure movies and everything. Yeah. That would make a killing.
Anyways, I think that's gonna be it
Yeah.
for episode 72 of the Top Tier Podcast. Again, big shout outs to all of our patrons
Yeah.
over at patreon.com/Top Tier Podcast.
Wait, we actually have that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yo, I'm on top of things, man.
Yeah.
Billy, what? This is
Professional,
real?
man.
Professional. I got the URLs.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys want to send in questions again, toptierpodcast@gmail.com. Again, we're on iTunes, SoundCloud, all podcast services. Tell your friends, share. It really helps us out. Leave a review. I think we've gotten like 1 or 2 reviews so far, but
1 star, right?
No, that was the waste of internet data.
Oh man.
That's been reset. But any little bit of any like rating or review on iTunes especially really helps us out. Anyways, thanks so much. Thanks Whitney. Thanks Behr. Thanks Billy. Peace out, guys.
Thank you guys. Take care.